President of the Assembly, Secretary of the Assembly, honorable speakers and presiding officers from across the world, honorable parliamentarians, dignitaries, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. On behalf of the Parliament and people of Pakistan, I'd like to express utmost gratitude to Honorable Ms. Puan Maharani, Speaker of the People's Representative Council, Indonesia, and the people of Indonesia for a very warm welcome and hospitality and for organizing such a lovely event. In Tunisia, you have won our hearts. I would also like to thank Excellency Mr. Duarte Pacheco, the President, and Mr. Martin, Secretary General of the Parliamentary Union, for convening the Assembly. On climate change, as they say, we are a day late and a dollar short. Climate change is the most significant challenge to achieving sustainable development, and it threatens to drag millions of people into abject poverty. On one hand, climate change influences key natural and human living conditions, and consequently the basis of social and economic development, while on the other hand, society's priorities on sustainable development influence both the carbon emissions that are causing climate change and the vulnerability. Climate change policies can be more effective when they consist of broader strategies designed to make national and regional development paths more sustainable. We have to act globally and we have to develop partnerships and take it as a collective responsibility. A certain nation, no matter how large, how resourceful, on its own cannot achieve the goals that we need to achieve, and very rapidly when it comes to climate change. Here, the role of special interest groups, advocacy groups, or pressure groups, and any association of individuals or organizations that, on the basis of one or more shared concerns, attempts to influence public policy in its favor. As such, interest groups share a desire for effective government policy to benefit themselves. Therefore, there is need for constructive public debates, such as this one, and prior discussions and consultations with parliamentarians on policies and lack of implementation, and international agreements, negotiations, and country positioning on various topical issues. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan has been ranked as the 5th most vulnerable country to climate change during the past 20 years. According to the Global Climate Risk Index, Pakistan lost 9,989 lives, suffered economic losses worth $3.8 billion, and witnessed 152 extreme weather events from 1999 to 2018, which indicates an increase in climate-related vulnerabilities. Government of Pakistan, as a party to the Paris Agreement of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, has performed its role to support the global efforts in combating climate change. Dear honorable friends, the Prime Minister of Pakistan has recently approved the National Climate Change Policy 2021 and the National Wildlife Policy 2021 to better deal with environmental issues. The Prime Minister also directed establishment of a think tank to coordinate efforts between various ministries and to devise out-of-the-box solutions for climate change mitigation. It is pertinent to note that the vision behind climate change strategies is to consult various organized groups to devise a sustainable policy. Excellencies, during COP26, Pakistan was elected as a member of the 6th Non-Annex 1 Members Bureau, Standing Committee on Finance, Adaptation Fund Board, and Consultative Group of Experts, Paris Agreement Compliance Committee, Warsaw International Mechanism on Loss Damage Adaptation Committee, and Technology Executive Committee. Pakistan will be chairing the G77 plus China Group and the Asia Pacific Group next year. Government of Pakistan takes ownership and pride in submitting an updated and well appreciated nationally determined to accelerating the transition towards a climate resilient country, economy. The current submission showcases GOP's, Government of Pakistan's, progress in climate action that ranges from policy and programs on nature-based solutions to technology-based interventions. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan recognizes the role of nature in climate change adaptation and mitigation and has developed robust natural capital restoration efforts, including the award-winning 10 billion free tsunami program, Protected Area Initiative, Recharge Pakistan, to name a few. These programs have also served as a way to enhance livelihood opportunities for the most vulnerable, including women and youth. In addition, Pakistan has introduced a number of policy actions focused on mitigating greenhouse gas emissions from high-emission sectors like energy and industry. Pakistan intends to set a cumulative, ambitious, conditional target of overall 50% reduction of its projected emissions by 2030.